Hello, welcome everybody to our first podcast on Space Tech Media. Here at Space Tech Media, we are planning to connect with industry experts to make sure you get the best of the experience and knowledge of everything in and around your industry. The process of learning is a never ending one. That is why the idiom experience is the best teacher is so popular. And today, we are lucky to connect with one of our experts, one of our own, Sharon Pereira, Senior Client Success Manager, Sales, and an marketing enthusiast. Hello, Sharon.
Hello, Aniket.
How are you doing and how has COVID treated you?
Thanks for asking. I'm doing very well. Honestly, I think COVID, in many terms, for me, has definitely been an eye opener. It's like a change. It's absolutely changing my vision with the perspective of what one can do when the world is put at a standstill, and to just highlight a bit more, it's no more about following a certain norm or a standardized methodology of looking at life. The reason why I say, or rather, the reason why I stay strong in saying that COVID 19 for me has been an eye opener is because in times like these, one learns how to survive by lifting others vis a vis putting someone down. And this is something that I have observed and witnessed with many life losses, many job losses, and all sort of fear and resentment all around us. People started prioritizing each other over materialistic success. And they have shed the exteriors of competition and have come together to support the community to promote the value of unity and togetherness. So let me just go back by rephrasing, or rather sticking to what I say, that COVID 19 has definitely been an eye opener to me.
Great, great. That's quite a positive lookout.
Thank you.
So, coming to our next question, we have witnessed that you have worked in various industries throughout your life. What made you switch to the B2B industry?
Yeah, that's correct. I've had a very diverse experience in working for different industry altogether, right from contact centers, B2C, training, banking, and in fact, I've stumbled on B2B industry and I stumbled so hard that I really started liking it and I'm going to stick to it for a very long time. So, to answer that question, I really did not switch any industry lane. I stumbled on this industry and I liked the way I fell on it.
Great, great. When you started your journey, what was the situation of marketing and sales, and how do you think it has evolved over the years?
Honestly, earlier, I'm talking about prior to 2015, 2016, marketing used to look like a very different department, although sales and marketing are two different departments altogether. When I used to look at it, it most seemed like stepchildren of the same mother. But now the whole ideology has changed. From beyond, or rather from 2016, people just started witnessing that social media is more than just a strategic platform. It's a channel to contact and communicate with the right content, and content has become the key over a period of years. Low priority for personalization in marketing content was the thing earlier, but now everything is content. So content is your guru, content is your lord, and even if you have the right type of content and you do not display it well, it all goes down crumbling. And if you have a great content, even if you display it the way you want to, as far as it resonates with your people, it's going to go right there. And I think now sales and marketing are meeting in between the bridge, and that's the way to go.
Yeah, I totally agree with your point on personalization because, as you said, like there are industries that are coming up continuously. Everybody's trying to sell something or the other, and when someone is approaching you with a content that is particularly made for you or is targeting you, it always feels better and it increases our chance of buying into that product or services.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so as you mentioned, like sales and marketing coming together is like a bridge. Do you think collaborative efforts of marketing and sales team can actually be of real substance in a long run?
Personally, Aniket, I believe a collaborative effort of sales and marketing team can be compared with the arbitrage situation in the money market. Absolutely, why not? Arbitrage is all about, minting profits from strong assets in one market by cashing it in the other. Similarly, both the sales and marketing team hold a great value for the organization, and fusing them together and presenting them in market is nothing short of sorcery at this point in time.
So, don't you believe actually marketing and sales are like quite different departments, and making two groups work together could be rather time consuming and confusing instead of being productive?
So you have to look at things as new normal, right? And alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. I cannot accentuate on how much I can relate to and endorse this quote by Helen Keller. This is the best quote, and this is something that I think should be a post-it put on every marketing and sales desk, that alone we can do so little and together we can do so much. To give a more direct answer to your question, rather, I would like to say at first, yes, surely it is time consuming. But all good things in the world need time. And history has witnessed for itself what miraculous outcomes are possible once group interests are aligned towards the bigger and better the goals. So, getting back, I think it's not at all going to be confusing. In fact, it's going to be way more productive than we can even forecast.
So you think this combination could result to something that would be recalled and would be mentioned as some historical steps in marketing? And since you have handled both the groups, like the sales and marketing department, how different was it to manage both?
Honestly, I believe management is more about handling individuals as compared to handling a team. Um, so every day managing someone is a different experience altogether that one brings on table, right? While managing teams, you are investing yourself in a task, a vision, or a goal, and with every step, every command, you're learning something new and something completely different. It's more of a learning for you rather than cascading or being of dominance or being of power to somebody else, because that should be out of the window and absolutely out of your dictionary. All I can say is, if you possess the skill to put your vision through all your team members in the most basic manner with empathy, humanity, you will not have an issue managing anyone.
And see, the thing is, as you said, communication is the key. And but it is popularly believed that sales staff have their own language of communication, own way of communicating. So how difficult was it to convey your message to the marketing departments? And is it that simple to put your message forward, or do you have to reframe or adjust your language and message in order to put it through in a more marketing term or something that would convince the marketing team more easily?
So honestly, we have to deal with an individual as they are. Whether they belong to a marketing team or sales team, it's absolutely different. It's just a designation, it's their KRA, it's their job title. You have to go down to a human level and understand first what is the system or the mechanism of that person's understanding level. Once you've got it, whether you're dealing with the CEO of the company, you're dealing with a CMO, you're dealing with a sales director, it does not matter, because there cannot be a set pitch. In life, there are no pitches, there is only communication, there are relationships. So it's up to us what kind of relationship we maintain with their peers. And lucky me, I understand how to get to somebody's level. It doesn't mean that their level is down and somebody's level is up. It's more on a humane level, and I try my best to take it as a learning phase if I get a negative feedback or some sort of criticism. However, there is one policy that I've always followed: bring in the empathy in whatever you do. It does not matter how difficult the person is. You never know what he or she is going through in their personal life. You are here just to do a job. It does not happen like that. It's more than a job, right? Because we are spending 9 hours of a day every day for a lot of years of our life. So whether it's a marketing team or it's a sales team or operations or any other team, adjustments are not only for the team members, it's also for us as senior most members of the team. We are the pilot of the plane, and everything is on our hand. It's up to us how we lead the way. So for that, we have to go to them. They don't have to come to us. That's how I think it works.
Okay. Greatly said, Sharon. And I am quite sure our younger audience would take some inspiration from your words and implement it in their life.
I hope so. I definitely hope so.
Yes, very well said, Sharon. So many methodologies, such as account-based marketing, depend on collaborative efforts of marketing and sales department. Do you see such collaborative techniques becoming a new normal, specifically due to the importance the digital marketing team has garnered in the post-COVID period?
Thanks, Aniket, for that question. Now, collaboration with the marketing team has garnered special importance over the years, and account-based marketing is one of the most successful marketing strategy in B2B domain or B2B domain has ever witnessed, for a matter of fact. And if any more strategies are to be evolved to that scale, I don't see a reason as to why collaborative techniques could not become the new normal. And honestly, regardless of the process made during pandemic, non-pandemic, it does not matter. It cannot be denied that digital marketing was on a steady rise since years now, and that digital marketing has become the only viable option in this pandemic. So you can consider this as the new normal forever, I guess so.
Yeah. So as you are like a big fan of sales and marketing team working together for like good results and stuff, what do you think, except for marketing and sales, which department would you like to work with sales, like that would get us the optimum results, or which team do you think can combine to create a dream team?
So, one combination that immediately clicks and connects perfectly to make a dream team is the combination of sales and operations team as well. If sales and operations team work in full sync, there is nothing short of a lethal combination that can knock anyone down and achieve anything and everything that is there that one can achieve. One keeps executing, while the other keeps bringing in and contributing. So I think these two would be the next combination to look for.
Okay, sounds like a very good answer. So now, there like you have been working in this industry for a while. There was a time when it was believed this is a man's world. Have the times changed for betterment in the management field for women, and is it a level playing field today?
Of course, there is nothing like a man or a woman when it comes to a job role or a position anymore. I remember earlier when there is if there's a planning or an action done by CEO who is male, people will think, okay, he's strategizing better. And if there is a planning or an action executed by a female CEO, people used to go back thinking, oh, she's very calculative. I think these kind of these kind of nuances are not there anymore. In fact, if you take a look at LinkedIn and you take a look at other platforms, there are CEOs who are ladies who are in high rise and high demand and execute it very well. So I think we should just take away this man or a woman on a particular job designation or profile and think about what they can bring on the table. So to come back to your question, yes, there are a lot of women who are playing key roles in today's industry and are doing really, really well. So if you want to put her in a pantsuit and call her a man, I mean, let's go for that then.
Okay. It was great hearing from you, and we hope to see many more people like you in management field here on. And it was great talking to you. Thank you for sharing your insights with us, and we hope to catch you again soon on some other topic. Thank you.
Sure, thank you for having me. I really appreciate.